Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Welcome here to Barren County High School, where we have our opening broadcast of the 2025 high school sports season as the Glasgow Lady Scotties and the Barren County Trojanettes get ready to play a 15th district contest. Good afternoon, everybody. Joe Myers alongside Bruce Tribune for our broadcast here today. And the Lady Scotties off to a bit of a rough start so far this year as they stand at 0-3 on the season, playing their first district game of the year this afternoon. Of course, the season just began last week, so we're very early in the year. Glasgow did play their opening game of the season on Monday, yesterday, or opening game of the week, I should say, yesterday at Clinton County, where they fell by a final score of 11-0. Barren County Trojanettes coming here at 2-1 on the year. They also are playing their first district game of the season here this afternoon. They hammered Russellville in a ball game yesterday over at Russellville by a final score of 16-2. We'll come back in a moment here on the pregame show as we get you set for Glasgow softball against the Barren County Trojanettes. Again, this brought to you by Don Franklin Auto of Glasgow. We are back after this 3-minute timeout here on WCOU Sports.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure that we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Joe Myers, Bruce Tribune, back here with you at Barren County High School, where it's the first district game of the softball season here for the Trojanettes and the Lady Scotties here on the Don Franklin Auto pregame show. We want to jump into our starting lineups, which are brought to you by TJ Regional Health. First for the Lady Scotties, who are the visitors here today, of course. Batting first and at second base will be Kinley Stevens. Sydney Kuykendall will bat second. She is in center field. Kerrigan Hagan, the number 3 hitter, in left field. At shortstop, you'll see Jakiley Green batting cleanup. Paige DeHaas will bat in the 5th spot. She is at first base. Taya Lightfoot at third base will bat in the number 6 hole. Batting 7th, Ava Maxey. She'll be pitching today for the Lady Scotties. Reagan Wyatt is a designated player. She'll be batting 8th, and she'll be hitting today for the catcher, Gracie Walker, and batting 9th, the right fielder, Haley Stamper. Lady Scotties 0-3 on the year. As we said, they're playing their first district game of the season here tonight. And the head coach for the Lady Scotties, Katie Arbeck. Glasgow assistant coaches are Ashley Profit, Autumn Copus, and Holly Martin. Now your Barren County Trojanette lineup brought to you by TJ Regional Health. Batting first and at shortstop is Katie Elmore. Abby Elmore will be in right field batting second. Number 3 hitter is the third baseman Norris Shirley. Briley Adala will catch and bat fourth. Number 5 hitter is the first baseman Lizzie Smith. Batting in the 6th hole is Josie Moore. She'll be at second base. Gracie Myatt, the designated player, hitting 7th. She'll be hitting for the center fielder Hadley Elkins. Shay Bogue, the pitcher, will hit in the number 8 spot and batting 9th. And in left field is Kyra Moore. Trojanettes 2-1 on the year, also playing their first district game of the season. Head coach is Jonathan Myatt for Barren County, and the assistant coaches are Chris Smith, Lauren Bailey, and Connor Rich. And we bring Bruce Tribune in alongside here now as Bruce, this Lady Scotty team, last year was a struggle for them, no question about it. Lady Scotties last year went 6-19. They were a very young ball club last year. They're even younger this year, if you can believe it. They had 3 seniors on last year's ball club. Obviously, they lost those 3 seniors. They had a couple other kids who decided not to come back, who were upperclassmen, decided not to play this year. And I don't know that this is typical, again, because this is the first game that we have done. And it looks to me like the Lady Scotties actually have a couple normal starters that are absent today. But the starting lineup for Glasgow, has 6 middle schoolers and 3 kids who are in high school.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, this is a game you got to have experience. And it would seem like we're staying in rebuilding mode all the time. And it's, when you go out and you're playing these teams, it's, got a lot of high school players. It was the same thing in basketball. We were very young in basketball this year, and that's why the girls' basketball program struggled. A lot of people don't understand that when you take a player that's in middle school and they're playing a junior or a senior, there is quite a bit of difference in the strength of those players, and they don't think, well, they ought to be just as good, but it's the strength that you don't have, and you have to develop that. And to develop a program, we've got to have to get players to stay out.
Yeah, and as I'm just looking down on the field, both teams are gathered around their respective coaching staffs right now, and you can just see the difference physically in the two teams, because Glasgow is a bunch of middle schoolers basically, and Barren County has kids that are, high schoolers, seniors and juniors.
And we had some good middle school basketball players. The 8th grade team, I think, went undefeated and won the district, but when you get out there, it's just, especially in basketball, the physicality of it, they're able to push them around, and it does. And this takes experience. I don't know, not being around the program in the summertime, how many games these girls played during the summer. But the size school Glasgow is, generally we'll have players that play basketball and softball. They don't just specialize in one sport.
This Barren County Ball Club last year had a very, very successful year, making it all the way to the 4th Region Championship game before they fell to South Warren by a final score of 4-2. Barren County on the season last year finished with an outstanding record of 28 wins and just 8 losses. They defeated Glasgow the last time these two teams met in the 15th District semifinals back on May the 20th of last year. Barren County won that matchup over at Allen County Scottsville by a final score of 9-0. And, Bruce, when you're as young as Glasgow is, wins are probably going to be maybe few and far between, and you just have to accept that if you're a player, if you're a coach, when you're this young. And people don't like to hear this, but the fact is, when you're this young, it's all about trying to learn and trying to learn how to win for future years.
Exactly, and stick with it. I mean, don't get disappointed and say, well, we can't win, I don't want to play. It's a game. It's a game you want to enjoy, and I made this comment a time or two. There was a game or two this year, I thought, in basketball, the players didn't look like they were enjoying themselves. And I know I hate to lose as much as anybody, but you've got to enjoy what you're doing. And losing's part of it, and you've got to lose and to get better sometimes. And we just, like you say, they've got to stick with it. And, it's a young group, and I know some of these girls did play basketball, and they're athletically, they're talented, but they're going to have to stick with it, to get better.
Yep, just two seniors on this ball club for the Lady Scotties. That's Micah Mullenkamp and Sydney Kuykendall. And Micah is one. I did not get a chance to talk with Coach Arbeck about this, but Micah is one of the kids who I think would normally be starting, but she is marked out on the lineup card. So I'm assuming that for whatever reason she was unable to be here today. You look at this Barren County ball club and look at their roster. As I look very quickly, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors on this team. So not a ton of senior leadership on this ball club for Barren County, but they got a big junior class. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 juniors. So 12 seniors and juniors on this ball club. When you look at compare that to Glasgow, you look about the Lady Scotties again, just 2 seniors on the team and only 1 junior. Everybody else a sophomore or younger, with lots of middle school players on the ball club. We'll go ahead and wrap up the Don Franklin Auto pregame show now, and when we come back, we'll be just about set for our first pitch, which is going to be brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. As we wrap up the Don Franklin Auto pregame show, we will come back after a 3-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Opener for the Lady Scotties and the Barren County Trojanettes. Glasgow softball brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Don Franklin Auto of Glasgow. As the umpires right now talking to both head coaches here at home plate. And then we'll have the introduction of the starters here over the public address system. And then we'll have the national anthem for you. Then we'll be set to go with our first pitch here on a really pretty Tuesday afternoon here. A bit breezy, but hey, what's new? That's been the case for the last 2 or 3 weeks, it seems like. We've had very few days where there was calm winds.
Thank goodness we're not sitting up American Legion in that open prayer.
Oh, man.
We used to go up there and freeze to death, and it's almost 70 degrees today.
I've told people I've worn long underwear to a whole bunch more softball and baseball games than I have ever had football games over the years. But that's when we had to sit outdoors, like you said, at American Legion. And, of course, sit down at Richardson Field, Richardson Stadium, I should say, where that is there. By the way, they are having kind of a grand opening of the new stadium down there on Friday. Unfortunately, we will not be able to be there. I'm going to be out of town that day. But I know Coach Royce was planning to be there. I think Coach Johnny Vance was planning to be there. Coach Coy Meadows are just some of the names that I've heard that were maybe planning to be there on Friday. And, Bruce, I'm sure if you're going to be around, I wouldn't be surprised if you go down there to see some of those guys. And if I was in town, we'd certainly do that ball game on the radio. But, unfortunately, I'll be out of town, so.
Yeah, I hope Coach Vance makes it. He's had lots of back problems, and he's wanted to come to some football games and hadn't been able to make it. It's a pretty good trip for him from Owensboro, but I hope he gets to get down there.
And, of course, that that facility down there, it was everybody knew it was never going to be able to be rebuilt the way it was before the fire, but it is – what they've done is certainly more than sufficient, for Glasgow. And who knows how long the Scotties are going to be playing baseball there. At some point, you feel like Glasgow may build a on-campus baseball field, and so we'll see how that all plays out. But nevertheless, I can tell you as a broadcaster, I am very glad to have some shelter down there, because the last 2 years we've had to sit outside with no shelter at all or anything, and that could present some challenges when you had rain or wind or anything like that.
Have to have a pop-up tent.
Yeah. Yeah, but lineups being introduced here now between Glasgow and Barren County for this softball contest. The Lady Scotties are in white jerseys, by the way, with blue pants. They've got blue numerals and letters. Barren County in white jerseys and pants with burgundy numerals and letters. And we'll pause now for the playing of our national anthem. All right, set to go here for Barren County High School. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune with you for this broadcast of Glasgow Lady Scotty Softball, presented by Don Franklin Auto of Glasgow. Let's set the Barren County defense for you. We gave the batting orders earlier during the pregame show. Defensively for Barren County, Kyra Moore will be out in left field, Hadley Elkins in center field, Abby Elmore in right field. Nora Shirley's at third base, Katie Elmore the shortstop, Josie Moore at second base, Lizzie Smith at first. Briley Adala is behind the dish for the Trojanettes, and in the pitching circle today for Barren County is Shay Bogue. We have some offensive stats for Barren County, but we do not have any pitching stats for them, so we're not sure what Shay's stats look like so far this year. We can tell you that Barren County opened the season against defending fourth region champion South Warren and fell by a final score of 18-1. You hear that score and you think, whoa, but that's just how good South Warren. I think that says more about South Warren than it does about Barren County, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
And then Barren County then on Thursday of last week got their first win of the season over Grayson County by a final score of 10-0. And then, as we told you earlier, they defeated Russellville yesterday on the road by a score of 16-2. The Lady Scotties so far this year 0-3 with losses to Franklin Simpson to open the season by a score of 11-0. Lost 10-2 to Metcalfe County last Friday, and then yesterday fell on the road at Clinton County by a final score of 11-0. So we are set to go here in the top of the first inning as we are about to see our first softball pitch of the season, at least on the radio here. As leading things off for Glasgow will be the second baseman, Kenley Stevens. Kenley batting .222 with 1 RBI here in the early part of the year. First pitch of the day from Shea Bogue is in there for a swing and a miss. Strike one.
Yeah, Barron's defense on the corners had grown on a little bit. Of course, I haven't watched them. I don't know where Kenley bunts very much or not.
First chance for us to see Glasgow in action this year. Fastball here and there for a called strike over the outside part of the plate. Count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to Stevens. Stevens into the box awaiting the pitch as Bogue takes a look at her wristband after getting the call there from the dugout. She winds and fires, and this fastball fouled off into the Glasgow dugout as Sydney Kuykendall on deck over there had to jump out of the way of it.
Sydney's one that stayed with it. She was playing in middle school, and she's a senior now, and she's stuck with it. You got to admire her for that. So.
Yes, you do. Here's the 0-2 once again from Bogue. That one called strike 3 on the inside corner, and that is a arrow safety strikeout there for Shea Bogue. And that will bring up the previously mentioned Sydney Kuykendall. Sydney still looking for her first hit of the season here in game number 4. She is the only senior in the starting lineup of one of just 2 on the team. Here's a ball hit off the handle towards the right side. It'll be scooped up by the second baseman, Josie Moore. She throws to first for out number 2. Now the number 3 hitter in the Glasgow order, left fielder Kerrigan Hagan. Kerrigan, another 8th grader. And this pitch from Bogue misses upstairs.
Yeah, that's her first ball. Everything so far had been strikes. So.
We saw Kerrigan pitch some for the Lady Scotties last year. And she has pitched a couple of games so far this season as well. And a check swing strike called here on Hagan. Tried to hold up but could not. Bogue toes the rubber. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss at a high fastball that time from Hagan. Looked like maybe a rise ball actually from Bogue.
Yeah, Kerrigan late on that one.
And this ball misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This first inning brought to you by the People's Bank here on WCLU Blue. Now the 2-2 and a swing and a miss, and that's an arrow safety strikeout for Shea Bogue. And that retires the side for the Glasgow Lady Scotties here in the top of the first.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. So she got 2 strikeouts in that inning.
We'll be back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Barren County High School. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune with you. We go to the bottom half of the People's Bank first inning. And the Lady Scotties went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first. And so now the first 3 hitters due up for Barren County in the bottom half. Katie Elmore, Abby Elmore, and Nora Shirley. Katie Elmore comes in here batting a robust 700 with 1 RBI, so outstanding start to the season for Elmore. She's 7 of 10 at the plate. And now she is going to fly one out to center field. It'll be caught out there by Sydney Kuykendall. Thought when it first left the bat that might get down, but Sydney did a nice job of tracking that ball down. And 1 away here for the Trojanettes. Here comes the right fielder, Abby Elmore.
Number 10, the right fielder, Abby Elmore.
Ava Maxey delivers the pitch for the Lady Scotties. It misses for ball 1. Defensively for Glasgow, you've got Kerrigan Hagan in left field, Sydney Kuykendall in center, Haley Stamper in right. Set the infield for you after this pitch. Maxey with the 1-0. And that one misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Taya Lightfoot at third base, Kylie Green the shortstop, Kenley Stevens at second, Paige DeHaas at first base, Gracie Walker behind the dish. We told you Ava Maxey in the pitching circle for the Lady Scotties. Here's the 2-0 pitch now to Abby Elmore. That one called a strike on the inside corner right at the knees. Maxey on the year 0-1 with a 4.67 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 6 innings pitched so far. She's making her second start of the season here today.
Well, for a young pitcher, she has decent velocity, it looks like. I don't know what other pitches she has.
Ground ball to the right side, knocked down by Stevens. She hangs with it and then picks it up and goes to first base for the out. So 2 away now for the Trojanettes. That'll bring up the third baseman, Nora Shirley, here in this People's Bank bottom of the first inning.
For the Trojanettes, number 13, the third baseman, Nora Shirley.
Yeah, nice job by Stevens. Kept the ball in front of her, knocked it down, and that's second base is a spot where you can knock it down and have time to get the runner out.
The 7th grader Maxey delivers, and the fastball fouled back here by Nora Shirley. Shirley batting .333. She leads the team with 6 RBIs. I'd say that's a big part of the fact that Katie Elmore's hitting 700 in the number 1 spot. Shirley's brought her around several times, I'd say. Shirley does have 1 home run on the year as well. She hits this one off the handle, and it's going to be trouble. That'll drop in to short center field for the first base hit of the day. That's a Don Franklin auto base hit. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter for the Trojanettes, the catcher, Briley Adala.
For the Trojanettes, the catcher, number 24, Briley Adala.
Adala hitting .400. She has 2 RBIs. She also has 1 bomb here in the early season. Maxey winds and fires, and the pitch misses upstairs. The senior Adala waiting on the pitch from the 7th grader Maxey. And now Adala asks for time, and it's granted by the home plate umpire. And the 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Adala.
Nice pitch.
I'm like you, Bruce. It's the first time I've seen Ava Maxey pitch. For a 7th grader, she does have pretty good velocity.
Someone's worked with her.
Now the 1-1. And this one flied to right field. Haley Stamper coming in on it, and she will make the catch for out number 3. That'll end the People's Bank first inning here for the Trojanettes.
Trojanettes had no runs. They had 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base.
And we are back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
At Barren County High School, where the Lady Scotties and the Barren County Trojanettes go to the second inning, which is brought to you by Hardee's. And we are scoreless. Glasgow went 3 up, 3 down their first time up. The first 3 hitters due up here in the top of the second. Jacali Green, Paige DeHaas, and Taya Lightfoot. Jacali batting .333. Here's Shea Bogue with her first pitch of the inning, and a swing and a miss, I should say, for Jacali Green for strike 1.
I guess except for Sydney Kuykendall, Jacali's got the second most experience.
As a sophomore. This pitch misses just inside, maybe a bit high. It was borderline, 1-1. Bogue sends the pitch home, and it misses upstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's one thing about being young and small. The strike zone's smaller.
This is true. This is true. Bogue set to deliver the 2-1. On the way, and a swing and a miss. Green couldn't lay off the pitch. It looked to be high. 2-2 now.
That might have been a rise ball. It looked big in her eyes, I'm sure.
Wind blowing left to right here. Well, I don't know, maybe blowing straight in according to the flag out there in center field.
It's
2-2.
probably left to right more.
And a swing and a miss here by Green as she goes down on strikes. Another Aero Safety strike out there for Shea Bogue.
Her third.
And that will bring up another 8th grader in the form of Paige DeHaas.
I noticed the big flag up at the new flagpole they got up at the cemetery. And when I had come in earlier today, it was blowing easterly today.
Gotcha.
Pretty good velocity.
And the first pitch from Bogue misses outside. DeHaas looking for her first hit of the season as well in 4 at-bats. The 1-0 on the way. And that one a strike on the outside part of the plate. Now the 1-1. And DeHaas backs up out of the way of that one as it missed inside.
I noticed in college baseball and softball, I mean, of course, you got to try. They got all those pads and stuff they wear, man. If it's in the box, they just let it hit them.
Now the 2-1. Misses outside.
Yeah,
Bit of a painful way to reach first base,
yes,
but hey, any way you can do it, right?
First 3-ball count of the game for Bogue. It's got to be something she likes.
Here's the pitch, and DeHaas swings through it for strike 2. Count will go full. Taya Lightfoot waiting on deck. Three-two pitch. Swung on a miss. Arrow safety strikeout there for Shea Bogue, and they're
number 4.
Are 2 away.
She's only had one batter touch it so far.
Here comes Taya Lightfoot, another 8th grader. One of 5 8th graders in the batting order today for Glasgow. She can't make contact on the fastball. 0-1. Lightfoot batting 111 so far through the first 3 ball games.
She saw several minutes in basketball on a varsity level this year.
Swing and a miss. Count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Got a wrap around that left knee. Does Lightfoot. Now the 0-2 from Bogue. And a swing and a miss. Another aerial safety strikeout for Shea Bogue. I believe Bruce said that will be her 5th strikeout of the
evening. She strikes out the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 1.5, it's still no score.
We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCOU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Joe Myers, Bruce W. back here with you at Barren County High School. We go to the bottom half of the Hardy's second inning in a scoreless contest in this 15th district matchup between the Lady Scotties and the Barren County Trojanettes. And leading things off for Barren County will be Lizzie Smith. She'll be followed by Josie Moore and Gracie Myatt, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. I think
it may change wristband. I guess it's probably got their signals on it.
Eva Maxey forgot her wristband. I think that was had to run back to the dugout and grab that. That's how they signal in pitches these days. The coaches holler out numbers from the dugouts, and there's some kind of combination of numbers that's on the wristband, and that's how the pitchers know what to throw. This pitch from Maxey misses upstairs to Smith. Smith batting 143 on the year. She has 1 RBI.
That flag is whipping now. My goodness.
Wow. Definitely blowing left to right now, isn't it? Our banner hanging in front of us here is, and now there's dust flying everywhere on the field. Everybody's got to pause for just a moment here as a huge gust of wind came along. Our banner in front of us here is flipping up in front of our faces where we can't see what's going on. The 1-0 pitch to Smith misses up and away. 2 balls, no strikes to the senior first baseman, Lizzie Smith. And this pitch going to be fouled back. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Smith. The pitch from Maxey is fouled back out of play.
Well, I've been following Western some, and their baseball team got off to their historic start. They only lost one game like in their first 21, and then went and had a 3-game series with El Paso or somebody or Sam Hugh, and lost that series 2-1.
Did they? Here's the 2-2, and that pitch misses just inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It was a historic start, the best start ever for a Western baseball team, they said, in the non-conference.
We'll get a payoff pitch here from Ava Maxey. And that misses low, so it's a leadoff walk here for Lizzie Smith.
First walk of the ball game.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, Josie Moore.
Number 16, second baseman, Josie Moore.
We've talked about in the past years about those leadoff walks and how they so often come back to hurt you. There's a pretty high percentage that they will come around and score. Moore with an outstanding .571 average here in the early part of the season.
I think we were doing a softball instead of a baseball game one day, and Rich Alexander, he sent us a text telling us something like 60% or something. It was way on up there.
Yeah,
I
remember that. First pitch to Moore missed upstairs. So 1 ball and no strikes as Maxey takes a look at the dugout, and as she does, Moore backs out of the box. Now set to go. The 1-0 is high.
Yeah, her defense played well for her in the first inning, and take a deep breath and throw strikes.
This 2-0 pitch misses low, so Maxey in danger of walking her second consecutive hitter here. Has to come back from a 3-0 count. The pitch in there for a strike at the knees. Moore still looking for a pitch she likes here at 3-1. Pitch on the way, and that one's in the dirt, so that'll be second consecutive walk of the inning here to start the second inning for Ava Maxey. And that will bring up the designated player, Gracie Myatt.
Number 17, the designated player, Gracie Myatt.
Myatt only has 1 at bat on the year, 0 for 1. Hitting today for the center fielder, Hadley Elkins. Maxey's pitch going to be fouled off out of play as Myatt was way out in front of that one. Lady Scotty Softball presented to you by Don Franklin Auto of Glasgow. We are here in the Hardy's second inning in a scoreless game, but Barren County threatening with runners at first and second and nobody out. And this ball ripped up the middle into center field. They will hold Lizzie Smith at third base as Sydney Kuykendall did a good job to get that ball back in on the infield quickly. It was sharply hit, so not a chance for Lizzie to come around and score. So that will load the bases with Trojanettes here. Nobody out in the bottom of the second inning, and we'll have a courtesy runner for Myatt. Actually, that's going to be Elkins running for herself. So Elkins is who Myatt is hitting for as a designated player. So Elkins just running for herself there at first base.
Number 19, the pitcher, Shay Bogue.
Here comes the pitcher, Shay Bogue, looking to help herself out here. Bases are juiced with Trojanettes. Nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless right now, but Bogue looking to change that here in this 15th district contest.
She can really help herself now, can't she?
Bogue steps into the box, and we're set to go as Ava Maxey winds and fires. And this one hit back up middle. That's going to be trouble into center field for a base hit. 2 runs come in to score for Barren County. They take a 2-0 lead as both Lizzie Smith and Josie Moore come around to put those runs on the board. Hadley Elkins winds up at third base on the play. She goes from first to third. And that will bring up number 9 hitter in the order, Kyra Moore. And we will have a courtesy runner for Shay Bogue at first base. And, Bruce, that's going to be Lily Elmore running for her at first base.
What's her number?
Number 14. So runners on the corners now. Still nobody out here in the Hardy second inning, bottom of the second inning. Barren County up 2-0. And here comes Kyra Moore, a .429 hitter. Maxie with the pitch, and the changeup got stuck in her hand that time and floated in there high, and that allows the courtesy runner Elmore to take second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Trojanettes, and a 1-ball, no-strike count to Kyra Moore with nobody out. And this pitch in the dirts. Walker able to keep it close enough, though, to keep the runner at third base. Elkins thought about coming in to score, but she stayed put. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball to the right side, and it's through the legs of Kinley Stevens there at second base. That's going to get 2 more runs in, as both Elmore and Elkins come in to make it 4-0 Trojanettes.
Up next for the Trojanettes, number 12, Katie.
And that'll go. We'll go back to the top of the order now for the Trojanettes with the senior shortstop, Katie Elmore. Elmore flew out to center field her first time up. It's a fly ball here to short left field. Kerrigan Hagan coming in on it, battling the wind and able to hang on to it. Boy, it almost popped out of her glove, but she was able to regain control. This is one of those days on those high fly balls and pop-ups, you're going to have to battle with the wind a little bit.
And, of course, the way the wind was blowing, it would be blowing it back toward the infield for her. And
so good job there by Kerrigan. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. That will bring up Abby Elmore, the right fielder. Runner at first base and 1 away. And this ball fouled back to the netting here behind home plate.
Elmore grounded out to second base her first at bat. I believe we've been just well off without the banner.
This one's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2 as Moore takes second base on the pitch. Gracie Walker was not able to catch it cleanly, so she didn't have an opportunity to throw down to second base, but it is a no-ball, 2-strike count here to Elmore. Barren County already up 4-0, all 4 runs coming across in this bottom of the second inning. Ball hit back up the middle. Jakali Green scoops it up at shortstop. Her throw to first is in time. Nice play there by the sophomore. So 2 down. Is on that play. Stamper moves over to third base. Here's the third baseman, the junior, Nora Shirley.
She singled into right in front of Sydney Kuykendall. It dropped in between second and the center field.
And the pitch from Maxie misses low and inside.
8th batter in the inning.
Now the 1-0. Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our next broadcast will be on Monday over at Glasgow High School. The Lady Scotties entertain Edmonson County in a softball game. Our first baseball broadcast is 1 week from Thursday. Baseball team will also be hosting Edmonson County that day, April the 3rd. And Maxie tried to come with a changeup and again just floats in there.
You know, I was looking, of course, Edmonson used to be in the district, and the middle schools were playing over there, and my cousin had called me, and she's wanting to know where their ballpark was because it's not at the high school. And
And this pitch from Maxey in the dirt, going to get away from Walker, and that will bring Stamper in from third base on the wild pitch. Now 5-0 Trojanettes as that empties the bases.
Anyway,
3 balls and 1 strike here.
I'd looked, and we've only played them twice since 2005.
Edmonton County?
Yeah, since they went out of the district.
And a swing and a miss here. 3-2. Are we talking softball or baseball?
Baseball.
Okay. Didn't realize that.
I didn't either at the time. I knew we didn't play them as often as we did, but when I looked on the schedule, it was 2 times since 2000, and that's when they were in the district. And I think 2005 or somewhere the district tournament was over there.
I think that's when it was all. Yeah, I think that's when the district was changed. This pitch to Shirley, misses upstairs, so it'll be another walk issued by Ava Maxey.
Third of the inning. And they've batted around with this batter.
And now time called as all the Lady Scotty infielders are going to gather around and have a quick conversation there in the pitching circle. Glasgow baseball team today is on the road at Greene County. And the track team in action in a meet at LaRue County today as well. And the tennis team hosting a match against Warren East. So busy day for spring sports for Glasgow Scotty athletes.
Well, LaRue County will be a district foe in football next year.
That's right. We just started softball, and you're already talking about football. This pitch misses for ball 1. I think I am going to have to take this banner down between innings here.
Tie some rocks to the bottom.
Yeah, just couldn't get down there low enough to put tape on the bottom. So, whoa, hello. And this ball going to be flown to right field, and the catch going to be made out there by Haley Stamper. As the wind is getting more and more rough, it seems like, here as this ball game goes on. That'll finally end the inning for the Trojanettes as we come to the top end of the Hardy second inning with that third out. Bruce?
Joe, the Trojanettes picked up 5 runs. There were 2 hits. There was 1 error, and they strand 1 runner. So we've completed 2. It's Barren County 5, Glasgow 0.
And we're back after a 1-minute timeout on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
As we go to the TJ Regional Health top of the third inning, it is Barren County on top. Lady Scotties 5-0. And for the Lady Scotties, leading things off will be Ava Maxey. She'll be followed by Reagan Wyatt and Haley Stamper, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order for the Lady Scotties. Glasgow still looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. Shea Bogue struck out the side in the top of the second. Her first pitch to Maxey misses low for ball 1. And Maxey late on it, fouls it off down the first base side. One ball, 1 strike. Bogue delivers. Strike 2 called. Ava batting .667 here in game number 4 of the year. This one misses outside. Count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 now from Bogue. And now Maxey steps out of the box as Bogue had to double check that wristband. Now ready for the pitch, and it's fouled off towards the Glasgow dugout. Maxey staying alive, still 2-2. And here's a fly ball to right field. It's going to get foul and drop. Abby Elmore tried to get to it there for the Trojanettes. Just didn't hang up in the air long enough. Bo grabs a handful of dirt. And the 2-2 pitch from her. Called strike 3 on the inside corner.
That's 5 strikeouts in a row, her 6th of the game.
That is an arrow safety strikeout for Bogue, and that will bring up the number 8 hitter for the Lady Scotties, a designated player, Reagan Wyatt. She's hitting today for the catcher, Gracie Walker. The pitch on the way, misses way upstairs. Bogue on the rubber and the pitch. That misses inside. Glasgow looking for that first base runner of the afternoon. It's a 2-ball, no strike count to Wyatt. The pitch is fouled off to the right side. Lady Scotties have been late for the most part on Bogue.
Yeah,
most of the foul balls have been hit to the right side here.
And the one ground out went to second base, so.
Now the 2-1. Called a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, and it hit her. So Reagan Wyatt will become the first base runner of the day for Glasgow. She gets hit by the pitch. Brings up the right fielder, Haley Stamper. Stamper 0 for 3 on the year at this point. First pitch she sees will be fouled off out of play to the right side.
Yeah, that one Wyatt took, that was on the fist there, on the hands. That bound to hurt.
I would think so too, but she didn't really act like it hurt all that much.
Heck.
She's just tougher than me, I guess. That doesn't take a lot.
You were a catcher. I'm sure you got banged around.
Well, yeah, when I was her age, I was a little tougher probably. Oh. And this pitch called a strike as the runner takes off for second. Wyatt will slide in safely as the throw from Adala bounced in. So Glasgow has a runner in scoring position for the first time today. It's a no-ball, 2-strike count to the hitter, Haley Stamper. Bogue with a pitch. Fouled off, out of play. Stamper fought that one off. Another 0-2 delivery. And another foul ball out of play.
You know, in baseball, they got those watches now where they signal their stuff in. I guess high schools can't afford that. Have you noticed it in college baseball?
I just assumed it was wristbands. No, I haven't.
No, it's a watch like.
No, I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. Here's another 0-2 pitch. Changeup called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Really nice pitch there by Bogue. 2 down. Back to the top of the Glasgow order. Here's the second baseman, Kenley Stevens.
Struck out on 4 pitches her first at bat looking. That was strikeout number 7. Got a no-hitter, but not a perfect game because she hit White.
And the first pitch from Bogue misses outside.
Yeah, I can't remember whether it was last year or before, but I was watching Kentucky play Auburn over the weekend, and they were singing, and he looked down at his.
No, I haven't paid any attention to that.
It's quicker, I reckon.
1-0 is grounded to the right side. It'll be picked up by Moore at second base. She'll flip it to first for out number 3. So Lady Scotty's got a runner in scoring position, but they will strand her here in the 3rd inning.
No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. 2.5 gone. Barren County 5, Glasgow 0.
We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Myers-Briggs Tribune back here at Barren County High School. It's Glasgow Lady Scotties softball presented by Don Franklin Auto of Glasgow. We go to the bottom half of the TJ Regional Health 3rd inning, and for Barren County, it'll be their 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Lizzie Smith, Josie Moore, and Gracie Myatt. Trojanettes lead this ball game 5-0. Ava Maxey still out there in the pitching circle for Glasgow, and her fastball misses outside to start the at-bat.
Yeah, Smith led off the second with a walk and then later scored on the hit by Bogue.
1-0 pitch. And a check swing here by Smith. She did not go. Ball 2 called as it missed upstairs. Maxey delivers. And a ground ball down the third base line. Good play by Barren County head coach Jonathan Myatt over there in the third base box. Two-one delivery now. Fly ball to center field. Could be trouble. This ball is well hit, and it is out of here. It's a solo home run for Lizzie Smith, her first homer of the season. And the senior will put Barren County up by a score of 6-0 with a Don Franklin Auto base hit. It is a solo home run. The ball is hit way up into the air. And you knew it had a chance as soon as it left the bat. The wind might have helped it carry out of here a little bit, but A well-hit ball that time by Lizzie Smith. 6-0 Trojanettes. Here's the second baseman, Josie Moore.
Yeah, that flag's hard to tell. It's blowing, across that way. It could have helped it a little.
It's definitely blowing left to right now. And this pitch from Maxey misses low and inside. Ball went out just to the right of the scoreboard here at Trojanet Field, if you're familiar with the layout here. Pitch misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Moore batting .571 as the day began with 5 RBI.
Walked her first at bat. Scored on a single by the pitcher, Shea Bogue.
2-0 pitch. Fouled back and out of play.
Well, he's out there hunting for that baseball. He's getting closer to the area where it went out now. He was a little too far to the right. Baseball, softball, I should say. Still, I think he moves.
2 balls and a strike here. Maxey with a pitch and a ground ball fouled down the third base line once again by Moore. Gracie Mite waiting on deck. Josie Moore steps into the box, and we'll see a 2-2 pitch. And this one's high. Full count now to Moore. Payoff pitch on the way. Hard ground ball back up the middle, a line drive. Low line drive, and it's into center field for a Don Franklin Auto base hit with nobody out here in the bottom of the TJ Regional Health third inning.
Back-to-back hits. So that's 5th of the game for the Trojanettes.
There's a designated player, Gracie Myatt.
And she singled her first at bat. Loaded them up.
And this pitch misses high. Myatt with that single back in the second inning is now 1 for 2 on the year. The 1-0 pitch. Hard ground ball, but just foul down the third base side.
Yeah, I believe that was the 51st pitch for Maxey.
The 1-1 from Ava Maxey. Fly ball to center field. Sydney Kuykendall drifting back on it. She will make the catch for the first out of the inning. Moore stays put at first base. And that'll bring up the Trojanet pitcher, Shea Bogue.
Trojanets, number 19, Shea Bogue.
Singled her first at bat. Drove in 2.
6-0 lead for the Trojanettes, and this pitch going to be fouled off out of play. Moore was headed to second base trying to steal the bag on that pitch. Maxey ahead in the count, 0-1. Winds and delivers. And pitch is a ball, and the throw down to second base is not in time as Moore has a stolen base.
It's their third stolen base of the ball game.
Maxey delivers. Foul ball out of play. Count will go to 1-2. And our umpire is out of softballs.
Because they hadn't found that over the bank yet.
I don't see anybody out there searching for it anymore, so either they gave up or they found it on.
A little further down. Somebody down in the right field corner went over and told them, I believe, where it was.
Here's the 1-2. Fly ball to the right side, going to drop foul. Barren County 6, Glasgow nothing. We are in the bottom half of the TJ Regional Health third inning here at Barren County High School in a 15th district matchup. Trojanettes coming in at 2-1 overall, but Lady Scotties 0-3. The 1-2 from Maxey. Line shot through the hole between first and second for a Don Franklin auto base hit. And coming in to score will be Josie Moore, and it's 7-0 Trojanettes now. RBI for Shea Bogue.
It'll be her third of the game.
Her fourth of the season. And we get a courtesy runner once again. It'll be Lily Ilmore running for Bogue at first base.
At the plate for the Trojanettes, number 22,
Here's the left fielder, Kira Moore for Barren County. Moore started the day hitting .429.
She reached on her error her first at bat.
Pitch to her is upstairs, and the throw down not in time as Lily Ilmore will steal the bag at second.
It's her second stolen base. That ball was close, just didn't reel it in.
Ilmore slid in there. I think maybe some dust flew up and got Jakali Green in the eyes as she tried to pick up the throw. Trying to get that dust out of there. 1 ball, no strike to Moore. The pitch. Fly ball to right field, and dropping it out there is Haley Stamper. They're going to wave Elmore around third base. She will come in to score. And it's 8-0 Trojanettes. Stamper had it in her glove, but just kind of snow-coned it and it popped out. Time called here as head coach Katie Arbeck goes out and gathers the infielders around in the pitching circle there. It's a busy day of high school softball around the area. Caverna at home today against John Hardin. Hart County on the road at Fort Knox. Allen County Scottsville hosting Bowling Green. Metcalfe County at home against Warren Central. Monroe County on the road at Adair County. Warren East welcoming Butler County today. South Warren entertaining Owensboro Catholic. Greenwood hosting Elizabethtown. Cumberland County at home against Somerset Christian. Clinton County welcoming Pulaski County. Russellville going to Franklin Simpson. And Logan County entertaining Todd Central. Just about everybody in the area in action today in softball. Here's Katie Elmore, top of the order here for Barren County with the Trojanettes on top 8-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Runner at first base is Kira Moore. And the first pitch to Katie Elmore misses for ball 1.
She's 0 for 2. She's flown out to center and to left.
Maxey fires away. High with that pitch, 2-0.
Up to 60 pitches now in 3 innings. So.
2 balls and no strikes. Elmore waiting on the pitch. Here it comes. And it's a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. Pitch from Maxey on the way. This ball fouled off out of play down the third base side.
She got a rip on that one, didn't she?
Way out in front. But yes, she got a good cut on it.
Looking for a first hit, 0 for 2, as I said.
Two balls, two strikes. Maxey delivers. Ground ball right side. Stevens has it at second base. She'll go to first for out number 2. As Kira Moore advances to second on the play. So now with 2 down, that'll bring up the right fielder, Abby Elmore.
Elmore also 0 for 2, looking for her first hit on the afternoon.
Started the day with a .556 average, 3 RBIs and 2 home runs. Hits this ball to left field, and it'll drop foul. Kerrigan Hagan did not have time to get to that one.
Maxey's done a good job with the top of the order. The top 4 runners, they've only had 1 hit and a walk off the top 4. It's the bottom of the order that's killed the Scotties today.
Barren County Ball Club has pretty good averages throughout the order. The 0-1 from Maxey. That misses high. I told you the Glasgow baseball team is on the road at Greene County. Just down the hill from us to our left here is the Barren County baseball team. They're hosting South Warren today. No score in that one. It may not have even started yet, actually. I can't tell if there's anybody on. Yep, Barren County's out in the field right now. Foul tip here. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now to Abby Elmore. Maxey with a pitch. Fly ball to center field. Sydney Kuykendall going back on it, and she'll make the catch. Nice play that time by Sydney to track that softball down, but a big inning for the Trojanettes as they add 3 big runs to their lead, and they extend that lead. Bruce is going to tell you more about those numbers.
There was 3 runs, 4 runs. 3 runs, I'm sorry, yeah. 3 runs. There was, let's see, there was 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. So we've completed 3. It's Barren County 8, Glasgow 0.
We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
4 hitters here in the top of the 4th inning, brought to you by Riley Dental Group. It's Sydney Kuykendall, Kerrigan Hagan, and Jakiley Green. Barren County leading by a score of 8-0 as we start this 4th inning. Kuykendall, first pitch she sees, misses for ball 1. Shay Bogue still out there in the pitching circle for the Trojanettes. She has gone the distance. This pitch misses outside, 2-0.
Sydney grounded to second base, her first at bat. Just her second at bat here in the 4th inning. She 7 strikeouts for Bogue so far in this contest. She only had 2 ground balls hit.
A 2-0 is upstairs, so it's a 3-ball, no-strike count to Kuykendall.
Yeah, 2 ground balls, a hit by pitch, and 7 strikeouts now through.
Bogue trying to avoid issuing her first walk of the day here, and she does on that pitch at least, as it's right down the middle for a called strike.
Nothing wrong with taking one on 3-0 pitch.
Now the 3-1. Now it's a strike on the inside corner. Count goes full. And the payoff pitch swung on a miss by Kuykendall for strike 3. An outstanding job by Shea Bowe to come all the way back from a 3-0 count right there. One away. That brings up the number 3 hitter in the Glasgow order, Kerrigan Hagan.
Yeah, got her 8th strikeout. So she has struck everybody out on the Scotty roster except Reagan White, who was hit by a pitch. So
it was an aero safety strikeout, by the way, for Bogue. And this pitch misses upstairs to Hagan. One 1-0 pitch, in there for a strike. Now the 1-1. And this one hit off the handle, popped up on the infield. It'll be called out there at shortstop by Katie Elmore. There are 2 down.
Stepping in, number 11, Jacali Green.
Here's Jacali Green, the Glasgow sophomore shortstop.
Struck out on 5 pitches to lead off the second inning.
Start of the day batting .333. And this one popped up foul, out of play. Lady Scotty's playing a couple district games very early in the season here. They'll be off tomorrow and then at home against Allen County Scottsville on Thursday for yet another district ball game.
I noticed the baseball, the district games are late in the season. Of course, they're doing like the 15th district where they play back-to-back.
Like the 14th, you mean?
I mean the 14th, yeah, where you...
Yeah, it's been the case here in the 15th for, I guess, a couple years
now. Yeah, it's where you can't use your ace pitcher in every game where they're spread out like that. There was at times that was happening, and they started doing that in the 14th. And
that last pitch from Shea Bogue missed upstairs, so it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Green.
Yeah, they're still walking around out there. They may still be looking for that ball. It's way down over at Hills.
Now the 1-1. Popped up foul, and once again out of play. One and 2 now to Jacali. We normally try to do all the district games, but I will be out of town on Thursday, going to the state tournament tomorrow up in Lexington, so I'll be up there. Can't broadcast that game on Thursday, unfortunately.
Your annual
trip to Lexington for that state tournament. This one popped up, foul, out of play again by Green.
I went every year for a long time, and then after Randall passed away, I sort of got out of the habit and just haven't started back.
Of course, they had to delay the state tournament a week this year because Rupp Arena hosted first and second round games in the NCAA tournament last week.
Some good ball games up there over the weekend.
1-2 pitch swung on a miss for strike 3. Another aero safety strike out there for Shea Bogue as the Lady Scotty's top of the 4th comes to an end.
Strikeout number 9. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've completed 3.5, and it's Barren County 8, Glasgow 0.
We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCODU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit scrtc.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Lead for the Trojanettes of Barren County as we go to the bottom half of the Riley Dental Group fourth inning here at Barren County High School. Joe Myers and Bruce Trevue with you. Lady Scotty Softball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow. And leading things off here for the Trojanettes is Nora Shirley. She hits a fly ball to center field. Sydney Kuykendall tracking it but cannot bring it in. She was up against the fence when she tried to make the catch. Tough play there for Kuykendall.
Yeah, I'm going to score the double, Joe.
So that'll be a double to lead off the inning for Nora Shirley.
She tracked it and just couldn't get to it. I mean,
I'm not so sure her glove didn't hit the fence as she tried to make the catch, which may have caused the ball to pop out. He was right up against the fence. I know that much. Here's Briley Adala.
0 for 2 so far today.
Pitch in there for a called strike.
You know, we was talking about state tournament, of course, Adair County and Bowling Green open up.
They play the first game tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central, or 10 o'clock Central, I'm sorry.
They played out here in the Barren County Christmas tournament, and it was a nip and tuck, and Adair beat, what, 59 something, I believe.
Pitch here from Maxie misses high, and Walker not able to bring it in, so it gets to the backstop. That moves the base runner over to third base. That's Shirley over there at third now. Yeah, I think it was about a 6 or 7 point game, something like that during the regular season.
It was back and forth. That's, of course, that was
pitch
Christmas
misses low
time.
and low and inside.
Bowling Green didn't have their football players.
Gotcha. Could be a little different ball game tomorrow then, you think?
It could be. Of course, Adair's very good. They've got a good ball club. I mean, Bowling Green is just Bowling Green. They're not big as they've been, but they've just got a lot of athletes.
This ball ripped into center field, and that is going to be off the end of the glove of Kuykendall to the fence. It's going to bring Shirley in to score. Adala going to hold up at second base. That ball was hit on a frozen rope. And we'll get a time called here by Glasgow head coach Katie Arbeck, and we may have a pitching change. I believe we will.
Well, that was her 70th pitch.
So, Jonathan, back at the studio there. Let's go off of the format here for just a moment and go ahead and take a timeout while we get this pitching change to give us time to make our changes on our score sheets here. So it's Barren County 9, Glasgow nothing. We are in the bottom half of the Riley Dental Group fourth inning. We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
County High School, we are in the middle of the Riley Dental Group bottom of the fourth inning. We have a pitching change here for the Lady Scotties. The new pitcher is going to be Kerrigan Hagan. She is an 8th grader, and look at the numbers for Kerrigan on the year. She is 0-2 on the season with an 18.48 ERA. She has struck out 8 and walked 10. She's thrown 8 in a third innings, and making her 4th appearance as a pitcher. So she has not started every game for Glasgow, but she has pitched in every game so far here for the Lady Scotty. She comes in with Glasgow trailing Barren County 9-0 here in the Riley Dental Group 4th inning. And the first hitter she will face for the Trojanettes is Lizzie Smith.
Walked and had a home run, had last at bat, and one that went down over the hill there. So.
And this pitch just did get a piece of Smith.
Wow.
And it barely did. I did hear it clip. I did hear it clip maybe her wrist. I don't know what it clipped, but it didn't get much. But it is a hit batter, so that'll put her at first base. Runners at first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up Josie Moore, the second baseman. First pitch she sees is a strike from Hagan. Kerrigan pitched quite a bit last year as a 7th grader for the Lady Scotties. Here's the 0-1. This one misses low and inside.
Moore is one for one. She's walked and scored and singled and scored. Had a stolen base.
Here, Hagan's pitch misses upstairs, 2-1. Moore was hitting .571 when the day began. The 2-1 from Hagan. And misses inside. Kerrigan thought it was in, did not get the call, 3-1.
Of course, Adair County, back-to-back years, they've taken full advantage of the COVID thing. In football, they've had the last couple of years, 20-some seniors.
Now the 3-1. This one in there for a strike. 3-2. By the way, Ava Maxey went from pitcher over to right field, and the right fielder Haley Stamper moved over to left field. So those are the defensive changes there. Payoff pitch is a little pop-up on the infield. It'll actually drop and go foul. Count stays full here to Josie Moore. Hagan with a pitch. And misses inside. That'll load the bases. Nobody out. Here's the designated player, Gracie Myatt.
At the plate for the Trojanettes, number 17, Gracie Myatt.
Fourth walk given up by the Scotties today.
Glasgow pulls the infield in here on the right side at least. This ball ripped, but going to go foul down the left field line. Barren County on top 9-0. Of course, you've got a 10-run rule after 5, so no matter what happens here for the Trojanettes, Glasgow will get an opportunity to bat in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, and through 4, Bogue has a no-hitter going. Not a perfect game. She did hit one batter.
0-1 pitch, misses high. Now the 1-1 from Hagan. Strike 2 called on the inside half.
If I count it right, she's only had 3 balls put in play, Bogue has, in her.
Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
She can't go anywhere.
So there is one away now. Base is still loaded.
Scotty's first strikeout of the day.
Up next for the Trojanettes, number 19, Shay Bogue.
Arrow safety strikeout there for Kerrigan Hagan. Here's the Barren County pitcher, Shay Bogue. And she hits one off the end of the bat, foul down the first base line. Sophomore pitcher batted .400 when the ball game began. This one misses inside.
She's 2 for 2 on the day, both singles, and has 3 RBI.
Pretty nice day for the sophomore, both in the circle and at the plate. Here's the 1-1. That one just off the plate inside, two balls and a strike.
That runner on third today is still Maxie's responsibility. So
here's a fly ball to left field. Could be trouble. Nope, going to be caught out there by Haley Stamper. Thought it might get in the hole, but it does score the run from third base, as it was Audrey Jones running that time as a courtesy runner for Adala.
She'll get a sacrifice and her 4th RBI on the day.
There are 2 down, and here is the left fielder for the Trojanettes, Kira Moore. Barren County now leads 10-0, so Glasgow will need at least 1 run to continue playing when they go back to the top of the 5th. This one in there for a called strike to Moore.
She's 0 for 2, reached on an error both at bats.
Hagan with the 0-1. Hit hard, foul, and Stamper could not quite get there to make the catch. So Kerrigan Hagan way ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, 2 away here in the bottom of the Riley Dental Group 4th inning. Barren County leads 10-0. The pitch from Hagan bounces in for ball 1. Good job by the catcher Walker to keep that one in front of her. The 1-2. Fly ball to center field. Sydney Kuykendall barely has to move, had it played just about perfectly. But the Trojanettes able to add to their lead here in the Riley Dental Group 4th inning, and Glasgow will need at least 1 run in the top of the 5th, or this ball game will be over.
Scotty's, gave up 2 runs. There was 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 left on. We've completed 4 now here at Barren County High School, and it's Trojanettes 10, Glasgow 0.
We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Blue, 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Well, the Lady Scotties, Paige DeHaas, Taya Lightfoot, and Ava Maxey, the first 3 hitters due up here in the top half of the Aero Safety 5th inning. Barren County on top by a score of 10-0. So if they hold Glasgow scoreless here in the inning, this game will end due to the 10-run rule. First pitch from Shea Bogue to DeHaas, misses up high. 1-0. Misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Imagine Lady Scotty's going to be very patient at the plate here. They obviously have to have base runners. Maybe even taking a strike. Here's the 2-0. That one in there for a called strike. The 2-1 now from Bogue. Misses inside. 3 balls and a strike, so DeHaas is looking for her pitch right here. It's on the way, and a swing and a miss. Good fastball that time by Bogue as she blew it past DeHaas for strike 2. Now the payoff pitch, fouled back.
It was her 60th pitch of the ball game.
Another 3-2, and this one going to be popped up on the infield. It'll drop, and DeHaas going to be able to leg it out here.
That's a base hit.
Shea Bogue, the pitcher, thought she was going to have it.
It's her only hit she gave up, but that is a base hit because
it did hit off the end of Bogue's glove. So, of course, we're not the official score. We'll see how that gets scored.
No,
but if it is a base hit, that would break up a no-hitter.
Yeah, well, I mean, it dropped over her, and it just off the tip of her glove. I mean, she just didn't get to it.
And we have a pinch runner here for DeHaas, and that, I believe, is 15, Jenna Glass, if I saw the number correctly, for the Lady Scotties at first base.
In the run, number 15, Glass at the plate, number 4.
I mean, if that'd been the Glasgow pitcher, I would have scored it a hit, too. I mean, that's...
Here's Taya Lightfoot. A swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Taya struck out her only at bat.
Lightfoot into the box, awaiting the 0-1 pitch. Hits it off the handle, little soft line drive on the infield, and caught by the shortstop, Elmore. She tries to double up. They're under at first base, but Glass able to get back in on a bang-bang play. Very close. So 1 down. That'll bring up the right fielder, Ava Maxey. Bogue with a pitch. This is outside. Here's the 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. That's low and in. Trojanettes did not score in the first. They got 5 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. That's how we got to 10-0 Barren County. 2-0 pitch. Line shot caught by the second baseman Moore. She tries to flip it to first base. It gets away, and now Glass trying to take second. That throw gets into center field, but Kira Moore there to back it up. So Glass will stay put at second base. For the second time today, only the second time today, Glasgow has a runner in scoring position.
Got to bring up White. He has been hit by a pitch. So she had been our only base runner to this inning.
First pitch in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 on the way to Reagan White. Strike 2 called right down the middle. Barren County in front 10-0. They are 1 strike away from ending this ball game. It's 0-2 with 2 down. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that will do it. It's an arrow safety strikeout for Shea Bogue. She had a bunch of those today. Bruce will come back in a minute and tell you what all these numbers look like.
Well,
what that inning look like,
I
Bruce?
scored it no runs. I scored that a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So this ball game is a final, Barren County 10, Glasgow 0.
So we'll come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show where we'll take a look at our Ralphie's Fun Center final stats. We'll also tell you about our SCRTC player of the game. Barren County wins it 10-0 in 5 innings over the Glasgow Lady Scotties. Glasgow falls to 0-4 on the year, 0-1 in the district. Barren County now 3-1 overall, 1-0 in district play. We are back after a 4-minute timeout here on WCOU Sports.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
I just did it, but I waited way too long. Trust me, it's about time you left cable TV behind and started saving with MyStream TV from SCRTC. Already have TV with SCRTC and you still have cable boxes and wires everywhere? Talk to SCRTC about MyStream TV and compare it to your current service. The best thing about MyStream TV, you'll save money and get up to 1 gig symmetrical internet. Visit SCRTC.com and click on the MyStream TV logo at the top to start saving on cable today.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Back here for the Don Franklin Auto postgame show. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune with you as Barren County goes to 1-0 in district play and 3-1 overall with a 10-0 victory in 5 innings. With Lady Scotties, Glasgow dropping to 0-4 on the season, 0-1 in the district. Time now to take a look at our Ralphie's Fun Center final stats of the day, and for that, we'll turn things over to Bruce Tribune. Bruce?
Thank you, Joe. Generally, I do the Scotties last because we're on the road today, and they were the visitors. We'll go over theirs first. But this ball game, Glasgow today had no runs. They had the one hit. There were no Barren County errors, and they strand 2. I'll go over the pitching stats first. Iaya Maxey will get the loss here today. She pitched through 70 pitches. She threw 3 innings, faced 22 batters, did not have a strikeout. She walked 3, gave up 8 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them were earned, and she did have 2 wild pitches. Kerrigan Hagan came in to relieve her. She threw 20 pitches. Through the 1 inning, she faced 5 batters, struck out 1, walked 1, gave up no hits, and she gave up no runs. Now, offensively for the Scotties today, Kinley Stevens was 0 for 2. She committed an error, struck out once. Sydney Kuykendall 0 for 2 on the day. She had a strikeout. Kerrigan Hagan was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Jakali Green 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Paige DeHaas was 1 for 2. She struck out once. Natalia Lightfoot was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Aya Macy was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Reagan Wyatt was 0 for 1. She had a stolen base. She was hit by a pitch, and she struck out once. And Haley Stamper was 0 for 1 on the afternoon. She had an error and 1 strikeout. 16 official at-bats, no runs on 1 hit. There were 2 Scotty errors. They stole 1 base. They were hit by a pitch and had 10 strikeouts. For Barren County today, 10 runs on 8 hits, 2 Scotty errors. They strand 5. Shay Bogue will pick up the win. She threw 68 pitches today. She threw all 5 innings. She faced 17 batters, struck out 10, gave up no walks, gave up the 1 hit, and had hit 1 batter. Offensively for the Trojanettes today, Katie Elmore was 0 for 3. Abby Elmore was 0 for 3. Nora Shirley, 2 for 2. She scored a run, had a double, an extra base hit, and she did drew a base on balls. Briley Adea was 1 for 3. She scored a run. She had a double and had an RBI. Lizzie Smith was 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. She had an extra base hit, which was a home run. She was hit by a pitch. She walked once and had 1 RBI. Josie Moore was 1 for 1, scored 2 runs. She had a stolen base. She drew 2 base on balls. Gracie White was 1 for 2, and she struck out once. The courtesy runner for her was the regular player, Haley Elkins. She did score the run. Shay Bogue was 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. She had a sacrifice, 4 RBI on the day, and Kira Moore was 0 for 3. She did score a run. She had a stolen base, and she had 2 RBI on the afternoon. Of course, she reached twice on errors. Team totals, 20 official at-bats, 10 runs on 8 hits. There were 3 extra base hits for the Trojanettes today. They had 2 doubles and they had 1 home run. They stole 4 bases on the afternoon. 1 sacrifice, 1 hit batter, 4 base on balls, 1 strikeout, and 8 RBI. So the Trojanettes will improve to 3-1 on the season, 1-0 in the district. The Scotties fall to 0-4, 0-1 in the district, Joe.
Thank you, Bruce. That is a look at our Ralphie's Fun Center final stats here in this 10-0 ball game. Barren County defeating the Glasgow Lady Scotties. We are hoping to get a word with Glasgow head coach Katie Arbeck. She's still standing in there talking with her assistant coaches, so hopefully she'll make her way up here in just a moment. But while we have a second, let's go ahead and take a look at our Hardy's hot and fresh play of the game. It will be the nice catch made by Kerrigan Hagan in the bottom of the 3rd inning out in left field. Almost popped out of her glove, but she was able to hang on to it, and that is our Hardy's hot and fresh play of the game. If you're watching there on our YouTube channel for our video feed here. So that, again, our Hardy's Hot and Fresh play of the game. We will take our final time out of the broadcast here. Hopefully we can get Coach Katie Arbeck up here to have a quick word with us.
I think, Joe.
Well, she's still standing there down there still talking, Bruce. She may have forgotten, so we'll try to get her up here real quick here. The Lady Scotties fall 10-0 to the Barren County Trojanettes here in district action. And we'll come back after a 2-minute timeout here on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show here on WCODU Blue 103.1 FM and 1490 AM.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $6.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
And Bruce Tribune back here with you on the Don Franklin Auto post-game show, where Barren County defeats Lady Scotties by a score of 10-0 here in district action. And doesn't look like we're going to be able to get a word in with head coach Katie Arbeck, so we'll hopefully maybe try to catch up with her in our next softball broadcast on Monday. We do, however, need to tell you about our SCRTC player of the game. And as we look at the numbers here, we will go with, let's see, I didn't have a chance to really look this over. We'll go with the starting pitcher for Lady Scotties today as Ava Maxey pitches 3 innings, faced 22 batters, struck out none, did walk 3. She had 8 hits, 10 runs allowed, 8 of those were earned. She had 2 wild pitches, but Ava Maxey will be our SCRTC player of the game, brought to you by SCRTC. So we'll go ahead and wrap up our broadcast here. We do want to remind you that our next broadcast will be on Monday, another softball game for you. We'll be over at Glasgow High School for that one, as the Lady Scotties will take on the Edmonson County Lady Wildcats. This is a 5:30 first pitch, so our broadcast will be on the air Monday afternoon at 5:15 from GHS's softball field over there. We invite you to join us for that. And then next week will also be our first baseball broadcast, as we'll have a baseball game for you on Thursday of next week. Scotty's hosting Edmonson County at Sam Royce Field. So that'll wrap up the broadcast for us here today. We want to say thanks to Jonathan Talley back at the studio for running the board for us today. Also our thanks to Will Perkins, who was our video producer and camera operator here for our live feed. And for Bruce Tribune, I'm Joe Myers. Again, your final score, Barren County 10, Glasgow nothing in 5 innings here in fast pitch softball. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening, everybody.